I'm here to help you install the Nayax on the G23 machine. Okay, few tools that you will need. You need the standard Phillips, the flathead T20. Might need something to cut the tie wraps with, and mounting bases for the cabling. Here you have the actual piece that we'll be replacing on the G23. You got the modem and the card reader, okay? Inside the modem you are given two things, the actual cabling and the antenna, okay? On the Nayax card reader, you get the actual cable that connects to the modem, which powers this up, okay? Behind this, you have the actual template when you want to install a regular Nayax on any type of machine. This template is what we use to drill in the holes in the back. Okay. Now, in order to get this out of the machine, the actual metal piece, it's quite simple. You have what's it called? T20 screws, one here, another one right here, and last but not least on the bottom, okay? So 3 in total. You have to take these out. I'm gonna teach you step by step on how to remove the metal plate from the machine, okay? First, we need a screwdriver T20 to remove 3 screws on the back on the machine. I'll show you right now. Notice right here we have 1, 2, and 3 screws, okay? Take these out. Keep in mind, you do not want to lose the screws, okay? Keep them with you. Next, you need a flathead because we're gonna push the thing that holds this in place. We're gonna push it out by applying a little pressure. That's one. And then the top. That's it. Before we move on, we gotta unscrew a few screws with the Phillips, okay? We got one here, one behind this cable, and at the top, okay? Something very important is that the last 2 screws are a bit shorter in length than the first 2, okay? So when you're putting this back on the new piece, make sure you put them in the right order. I'll show you in a second. Okay. Notice this one's a lot longer in length, so this one goes on the bottom too, okay? This one goes on the top too. Longest one goes in these 2, short one goes one here, one here. Now it should be loose enough so you can take the piece out. play around with it, be careful at the same time. There you go, that's free. Once you have the Nayax properly installed in the back of the plate, you can now put it back on the machine. So let me show you that right now. You're gonna want to run the cable through this hole. Makes it easier for you. Make sure these hooks go in first on the machine. I think you can see it from here. This one. There you go. It's fine. As you can see, it's in. Apply some pressure to make sure that it's hooked on right. As you can see, it's installed very nicely. It works just fine. You will not see any of the holes that we drilled into this. It's just very clean, okay? Next, I'll show you on how to properly connect the cables and connect this to the modem, and how to do some wiring behind the machine. Awesome, this is the final stage of the video, just to explain a few things. Nayax looks fine. Now the cabling is the one that I moved on without you, because I wanted to save some time. But it's pretty common sense, it's not that complicated, but I will still explain to you where everything goes, okay? So this cable that we left off in the last video is the one that powers the card reader behind this plate. You have to pass it up here and connect it to the where it says reader on the modem, okay? When it comes to cable management, I suggest that you keep it simple, easy for you to understand. I guess you can compact it a little bit and make sure it doesn't become loose at any time. That is why I used tie wrap, right, on the mounting bases. So try to keep it very close to the door, right, so you don't touch any of the compartments on the machine. For example, this one right here, this setup, it's not gonna touch the back. You can tell it's close and fine because it's perfectly. Now, like you mentioned, I gave you a call earlier, and now that you have a coin mag, this is a machine without the coin mag, so forgive me about that. But it's still the same process. I'll explain why. Because when you have the coin mag, you can open the compartment here, correct? And you can tell there's a little box here on the top. It's called the coin return system, right? It has a black cable attached to it. When you remove this cable, it's going to connect to the yellow connection here. This one right here, or it can be the other, it doesn't matter. Same thing, same purpose. So once you connect it here, this yellow cable brings two connections. One for the cabling and one to the coin return system. That way it can power both the modem and the coin return system, so you're not losing anything in that sense. Now keep in mind the black cable that you have is a bit shorter, so you're gonna have to move this around so you can connect it to the cable. You can adjust it, no problem, do it your way. But again, make sure it's compacted, the cabling, the wiring. Again, the big cable now, it goes directly to, it says the DEX cable right here, plug it in. And the internet or the antenna, you can put it up here, whatever you see fit best. And you have to screw it into your right. Pretty simple, right? Also, this cable here comes with the DEX. You have to plug this in with the machine on the top on the right side of this door. There's a little plug in here, okay? You'll see when you look into it.